Hello, guys. It is me, Noelle. It's me, Noelle. You know, as you probably know. You do. You don't. I don't know. Hello. Oh my God. Why am I making this video, you wonder? Or maybe you're just thinking, I know why she's making this video because of the title. So therefore, you know what I am talking about before I talk about it. So you are predicting the future? Oh, you smell smart. Zapatola. No, I don't know. Okay, so why am I making this video? Okay, so this is why I'm making the video. Let me just get into this. Let me just hop on in. I want to talk about the Dirty Dancing remake. Now, before you go, oh God, I don't even want to hear about it. Nothing. You know what? Let me just say this. Let's just listen to this. I'm sorry, guys. I don't actually know anyone who thought this was going to be better than the original. Unless you haven't seen the original, therefore you're thinking, oh, well, this is the original. No, honey. No. The original can never, ever be surpassed. It can never be remade. Not to mention when you remake a movie and you change it in such big ways, but not in big ways. Like, you do it in subtle ways, but in ways that made the story what it was. Like with the Dirty Dancing remake, I noticed it delved deeper into the romance of it all and into the stories of it all and into the private lives of the parents more. It didn't just focus on Baby and Johnny. It focused on Baby, Johnny, Lisa, the parents. It focused on the workers. It focused on everyone in more ways than the original movie did. So I noticed that. Now, I of course love the original. I am for the original. The original is my number one thing. Never in my mind did I think, oh my God, I'm going to love this so much. It's going to be so much better than the original. Please, I already knew stepping into this that it was just a movie I wanted to see. That's it. That's as simple as that. Did I enjoy it? Yes, I did. Except, with one exception. Now, I could have enjoyed this movie thoroughly if not for the ending. Now, I wouldn't have minded the ending if Baby and Johnny had ended up together, or if just Baby and Johnny had crossed paths again and then went their separate ways. But instead, I don't know, like, I didn't like the ending the way it was. You kind of, like, I hate endings that kind of are like, you see each other again, but one's married and has a kid, and it's like, well, why even bother then? Like, I don't want to, like, I don't know how to explain it, but when you're telling this love story in such a way, you don't want to see at the end that they kind of, had this, they found other loves, or they found, after the summer, their lives moved on, their love was like, it was always there, but it didn't stay. And like, so, like, that they don't end up together, but if you're going to show them at the end, at least have them like cross paths and like separately, not just have them like cross paths and she's married with the kid. That's the only thing I didn't like, was the ending. Like, I could have did without the ending. That was the only downfall for me. I liked everything else except for the ending. That was the downfall. Well, actually, there is one other thing I didn't really like. I didn't mind it, but at the same time, it's like, that's kind of like a big thing to add to the movie, like Johnny having a record, because in the original, you don't really hear about Johnny having a record and all this stuff. The dad just dislikes him because he thinks he knocked up Penny and then made her get an abortion and wasn't there for her. But in this, it's that, and he has a record, and I don't like that, because why do we have to put the record part in? Because I don't, when someone has a record, it's automatically in your head, no matter what they did, it's a negative thing. And it's like, why even put that in the story? That's the one thing I didn't like either. Like, I could have handled just the Penny thing, but why put the record thing? But hold on. This movie was a remake of the original, but it was a remake of the original / a remake of this time, because nowadays we focus so much more on the romance and the stories and all this drama, that we don't really like back in the day when everything used to be so simple and everything used to be just like easy and it wasn't so extravagant, and oh my God, this was happening and that was happening, these people were sneaking around lying, and it's just, over time, movies have gotten bigger and better. So with the remake, they tried to kind of, I think, conform it to nowadays and what maybe we'd want to see nowadays. But I thoroughly enjoy movies from like the 80s or 70s, 90s. Heck, I love movies from like the 40s and 50s. I love old movies. Like, you can't beat like 50s movies. You can't beat that. Like, oh my god, like that was classic movies. You can't beat that. I mean, yes, nowadays there are so many movies I love, especially horror movies. But I mean, I gotta be honest, back in the day we had legit the best movies, just like on Disney Channel. We have the best movies on Disney Channel when I was growing up. Nowadays, it's such stupid shit. It's all about boyfriends and uh friends being friends, not being friends. Back in the day, it was just about friends having fun. It was about girls doing like things guys could do. It showed you a strong message. And nowadays, it's just not like that. It's changed so much, and that sucks. It really does. Like we don't have a funny show like Friends anymore. Like we have shows that are funny, but they're nothing compared to Friends funny. Where you could just constantly laugh at every episode, no matter how many times you watch it. This episode is just making you laugh so much. And it's just the evolution of, like, as we've evolved, so have the way movies are made and TV shows. And some for the better, but also some for the worse, I notice. Like a lot of times remakes are way worse than the original. All they do is remake it into like this big romance and drama kind of thing, so people will be like, oh my god, who's gonna date who, and oh my god, is she cheating, and oh my god, are they dying, it's like it tries to keep you on the edge of your seat, but in reality it's just kind of like, well, they're meshing all this big stuff together. It's like, I just want a story, I kind of just want to see a great story. Like we do still have that, like La La Land and stuff. We have those still great stories, but also we have those movies that are just trying to be bigger and better each time, and it's like, why? I don't need all this special stuff. I just need a great story. I need great acting. I need the characters to be these real people. Like the actors who play these characters, I want to believe they are this character. That's what I want. I don't want all this big, flashy stuff. I want real. I want realness. I want to be able to relate to the character, relate to the story. I want that. I don't want to, ooh, ah. No, I don't want all that. So, yeah, I'm getting into like everything. But I have a lot to say about this stuff because, I mean, a lot of people had negative things to say about the remake of Dirty Dancing. And I completely understand. But come on, people. It's not like you were expecting it to be better than the original. Let's be honest. And I wasn't expecting it to be this great thing. So I'm not going to review it and say, oh, I hate it. No, I'm going to tell you, I did really enjoy it, actually. I enjoyed it. I did. I mean, I love the scene where, like, Baby goes to Johnny's cabin and she's like, you can't just forget me. I know you. And he comes out. I love that part. That's one of my favorite, actually. I do love that. I do love the more deeper into Baby and Johnny we got. Like, I do love that part. I do love that we got a little more of them and more deeper, like, interactions. I do love that. I do have to admit, I did like Nicole as Penny. I was surprised. I didn't think I would, but I actually really liked her, and I liked the way she approached Penny in this one. Like, I like the way they approached Penny in this movie, because Penny in the original was a kind of a bitch, let's be honest, to Baby. And I like this one because she's not so much that, more Johnny's more like that, at first. And Penny's more like kind of welcoming. And also there was, you can't really compare Baby to Baby because, you had Jennifer Grey, and then I think, yeah, I'm right? Yeah. And then you have Abigail Breslin, who they're both play Baby, but you have two different takes on Baby. This Abigail played Baby in a more, she was always like bubbly and happy and confident about herself until, this summer changed everything, But she's confident. She wants to learn to dance, and she's more like goofy. She just had a different take on Baby than Jennifer did back in the day. And I'm not saying it was a horrible take. I mean, they're both great babies, but you also have to realize that this really is nothing, even though it's Dirty Dancing and it does still have the core story like the original. It's nothing like the original. It differs in a lot of ways that matter, that make the story what it is. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, it did what I thought it was going to do, I mean, I didn't expect the best. I didn't expect the worst. I just expected me to like it, and I did. And I just wanted to kind of point out, like, why, like, a few things that I didn't really like, or that might have, like, I understand why people didn't like, But it's like, people who are like, oh, this is not better than the original, this is horrible, why they make it. It's like, people, come on. They made it for TV. I mean, it's not like they made it for the theaters. Come on. It's just a movie you watch. You like it? Okay, you don't. I mean, you like it? You do. You don't? You don't. who cares, you know? If you want to talk about why you did like it, why you didn't like it, fine. But don't be all, oh my God, the original was better. Let's not compare it to the original. It has nothing to do with the original. The only thing it has to do with the original is the core story. But other than that, everything's basically changed. The core story and the characters are the same, but the story revolving around these characters changed completely. And the way these characters were approached changed completely. So therefore, you can't compare when they're nothing alike. If it was exactly alike the original, then you could compare it, but it's not. So that's what I want to say. I just wanted to kind of make this and like kind of rant because it's been on my mind and I haven't got to say it because, well, I'll tell you guys in another video. And I think I'm going to do a story time because it's something that I really think you guys need to hear. And it's really important and it's something that happened and that it was very intense. And I think it's something that I think a lot of people need to hear that I would have needed to hear at a time. I'm sorry, keep getting thing. That I needed to hear at a time, you know, and that opened my eyes. So I will be making a video, hopefully maybe today. If not, I will try and make it this following week. I'm going to make it as soon as possible. I will try, but that is what I wanted to say. So I hope you guys like and just enjoyed in this little ranting video. If you like my ranting, you know, thank you. Oh, also, yeah. So also, if anybody's watching this who commented on like my last video I uploaded, I'm sorry I have not replied. Like I said, I have been in the hospital, so you know I just got out like yesterday, well Wednesday night actually. So and all day yesterday I slept. So you know I haven't had a chance to like reply and all that. So I will try. I'm sorry, you know, and I don't mean to be mean and not reply to you guys. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. I mean, you know. What did you think? Like, did you expect it to be as good as the original? Did you expect it to be better? Did you see the original? Did this make you watch the original before or after you seen this one? Did you like this take on Baby better? This take on Johnny? Did you like this Johnny better? Like, what was your, like, maybe you don't even care, but what is your thought process through this? Like, what was your things that kind of, you know, like I had the few little parts that kind of were unnecessary and kind of wasn't with, like, my kind of thing, wasn't my flow, didn't fit with the story, but you know it happens. So like what did you think, you know? And yeah, so I mean this is me, you know, I'm a ranter. I like to rant. This is my review, my rant view, you know, I'm a rant/reviewer. That's basically it. So yeah, and instead of typing I rather just make a video because then you can like express yourself more. Like I need to express myself in a video, not writing, because in a video you can actually hear my tone of voice when I say something like, oh my God, Johnny is so cute. Instead of like, oh my God, Johnny is so cute. You know, like you gotta hear it. You gotta like see me because I like go like that, you know. And let's be honest, Johnny was cute. I gotta admit, I didn't know if I'd like him, but he's kind of cute. I did like him as Johnny. I actually really did. So yeah, and I liked his chemistry with Abigail. I actually did. So yeah, this is my rant view of the Dirty Dancing remake and about movies and TV shows in general and how they kind of evolve. Got a little bit into that. So yeah, I mean, you don't have to agree, but this is just how I feel. And this is my channel. So therefore, video galore. Hope you enjoyed. All right. Peace to the Middle East.